Hey now YouTube, Joey brings it back again. Cali, as always on a Friday evening here in Cali, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast, the best coast. 70 degrees, man. It's always 70 degrees here in Cali. We're used to it. We love it. Just closed up shop. Gonna make a quick video talking some baseball cards. Then I'm gonna go home to the fam, and it's been a busy week. I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same type of busy week that I was in. First days of school. I got 3 kids. Got a sophomore, 10th grader, junior high, 7th grader, and I got a 2nd grader, man. They're all going to different schools. Schedules are all over the place, but we're really blessed to have good schools to go to, and we couldn't ask for anything more, and so proud of the kids. But I have a little bit of time to talk some baseball cards. I'm going to pull out 2 from the collection, in particular 1967 Topps cards, so you can start getting an idea of what we're talking about. I've got a bunch of cards in my collection, just so many cards, so little time. I wish I could show them all, but the way I do my videos, man, I can only show 2 or 3 at a time because the way my buddy Garrett, Card Cutter, used to say, I'm the only guy that can talk for 30 minutes on one card. Sometimes that's kind of true. So I'm going to show 2 cards and try to keep the video under 20 minutes. How does that sound? But I think you guys are going to like this cards. I wrote down some cool stats, some interesting information that I know you guys have not heard before. Maybe 1 or 2 of you, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to bust open the beverage of choice. Joey brings his style. Diet Coke. That's like my caffeine, man. That's my coffee. I drink too many of them. I know they're not good for me, but yeah, what's good for you nowadays? You know, I drink water, but I have to have the Diet Cokes. It relaxes me, and it is what it is. You know, if I'm going to die young, it's meant to be. But hopefully God's going to keep me alive for a few more years so I can watch my kids grow, you know, support my family, and watch my collection grow. The way I like to say on my channel, guys, on the weekend, Cali style, vintage forever. Here we go. All right, guys, like I said, I wanted to talk 1967 Topps. I brought 2 cards out, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy 2 cards that I've never shown on my channel. First one up, guys, one of my favorite players of all time. Oh, man. This song in the background. Wait till you guys hear it going. I was watching a movie today. You know, let me interrupt my baseball cards. I was watching today American Gangster, and this song is on that soundtrack right at the end. Man, I love gangster movies, man. Denzel Washington is so awesome in that movie. Man, I love all kinds of gangster movies, man. The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino, Donnie Brasco, Carlito's Way, American Me, Blood In, Blood Out, man. But I saw American Gangster today. It was so cool. It's got the Public Enemy going in the background. I actually heard the Public Enemy the other day on one of Iskafan's videos. Man, bringing back the memories. No doubt. Okay, back to the cards. First one up, guys. Check this out. What does that look like, guys? That looks like a 1967 Topps Rookie Hall of Famer, Mr. Rodney Cline Carew. Man, one of my favorite players of all time. This is his rookie. The way I like to collect, this card goes to 2 of my registries. The top 300 baseball cards by Mike Payne. It's graded VGX4, and my Hall of Fame All-Star autograph set in the PSA DNA side. This one's graded autograph, auto, gem, mint 10. Look at that card, guys. I love it, man. These red flips, when they have the dual service, when they can grade the card and the autograph grade, man, it allows you to put them in different set registries. 2 for the price of 1. You cannot go wrong. But this card, still in the previous generation holder, I've had it for over a year. Look at that autograph. This is the type of card that when I was a kid growing up, you would see 1967 tops. Man, I have all the big stars. I have the Mantle, the Aaron, the Mays, all the big players. The Yaz. My favorite card is that Yaz from 1967 tops. I love that image. But I could never get this card. I just, being a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, you just don't understand, why is this card so dang expensive? Rod Carew, one of my favorite players, but, being a rookie and things you don't really understand. But now, as an adult, I'm able to get this in my PC. Not only get it, but the way I like to get it, the way I love to collect, a mid-grade where the card looks great, man. There's no creases, relatively sharp square corners, little bit off-centered, but the main reason, guys, look at that Gem Mint 10 autograph. It looks so sweet in my registry. Mr. Rodney Cline Carew, rookie, Hall of Famer. I wrote down a few things here. I was reading about Mr. Carew, Rodney Cline. Man, out of Panama, 1967 American League Rookie of the Year. No doubt. I loved his batting style. That stance he had was unique. The chew in the side of his cheek, unbelievable. I loved it. 1969, he stole home 7 times. Imagine stealing home 7 times in one season. Only one guy has done it better in one season, Ty Cobb. He did it 8 times. Even, man, go back and think, I don't know, anybody on here has the time to look up, how many times did Ricky Henderson steal home? In his career, maybe he did it 7 times. Rod Carew did it in one season. The game was played different. The game was, man, base running was an art back in the day. Rod Carew, man, 7-time American League batting champ, 18 straight All-Star appearances. 1977 American League MVP, where he batted .388. And, of course, Hall of Famer, member of the 3,000 hit club. He got his number retired by the Twins, number 29, and also by the Angels. The way I collect, it affords me to concentrate, and that's the key to collecting, guys, is concentrating, not going crazy. Concentrate on what you want to collect. And what I do, Rodney Cline Carew is a perfect example. All of Rod Carew in my collection, I only collect when he was on the Twins. Even though I love it when he's on the Angels, it's great, but I limit to when he's on the Twins because that's what I remember growing up. That TC hat, that batting stance, he's a Twin forever in my book. And I looked up a really cool story on Rod Carew. Man, the reason back in the day, these guys would stay with their teams for a career if they could. Yaz stayed with his team for the whole career. Brooks Robinson, they tried to do that back in the day. But Rod Carew got frustrated with the Twins, man. They didn't want to pay him. They wouldn't invest their money in getting talent, either by free agency or, by paying the young kids what they were worth. So the final straw was one of the front office guys. I don't know if it was the owner, a guy in the front office. He said, I don't know if it was in print, but he had some racist remarks to say about Rod Carew. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So he said, I want to be traded. And he was traded to the Angels for Kenny Landreau. Remember those sideburns? Kenny Landreau and 3 more guys. But what made this story super, super interesting to me was he was this close, and I'm making a millimeter space in between my fingers. He was this close to being traded to the Yankees. Can you imagine Rod Carew on the Yankees? The deal it was all set to go down. George Steinbrenner. He was Rod Carew for Chris Chambliss, Dave Righetti, and Juan Beniquez. It was ready to go. The deal was done. Something happened where the Twins backed out on one of the small clauses, and the Twins said, no, we can't do it. We're going to trade to the Angels. Man, imagine if Rod Carew in 1979 would have went to the New York Yankees. That would have been epic. Man, I would have loved it. Imagine what they could have done. I think they could have been better for longer with Rod Carew. But really cool card. One of my favorite players of all time. Hall of Famer from the very cool 1967 top set. Shout out to my buddy, Passion for Cards. He's doing this set in the raw form. He knows how hard these cards are to get, especially the high numbers, especially this card right here. Check this out. Another Hall of Famer. 1967 rookie Mets Stars Tom Seaver. Unreal, man. Check out that card. Tom Terrific, also known as the franchise. Check that out. PSA, previous generation holder, VG plus 3.5. I love it, man. That card has beautiful eye appeal. No need to pay PSA 7, PSA 8 prices. You know, why are you going to spend $2,000, $3,000 when you can get this card much cheaper? Not necessarily today, but I mean, the price is a lot cheaper. These two cards, like I said, going back to my childhood, I always wanted a Tom Seaver rookie. Man, who wouldn't? I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. I knew who this guy was. This guy was the man. But I could never understand why these two cards were so expensive. I could never ever understand why the Brooks Robinson was so expensive. What other cards are super expensive in that set? I think the Gaylord Perry. There's like cards that are so expensive. It was because of the high numbers. As a 10-year-old kid, I didn't understand high numbers. Nobody ever explained it to me. But now as an adult, I have these in my collection. Look at that, man. Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific, 1967 National League Rookie of the Year, 1969 World Series champion with the amazing Mets. That phrase was coined by their manager, the legend, Casey Stengel. Man, this guy could throw. He could bring it. He was the man. It was all his. You were in his house. 1969 Cy Young. They won the World Series that year. 12-time All-Star. 300 win club, and of course, the Hall of Famer. Man, another little story I heard about this guy. I read it up. He was traded to the Reds in 1977. Again, man, I swear, this has always happened. Due to the Mets ownership not wanting to pay up. You know, they would call Tom Seaver greedy. He wanted Nolan Ryan type money. Why not? Man, when you're the franchise, why wouldn't you get paid what Nolan Ryan gets paid? He totally deserved it. There were rumors started that his wife was the one that wanted all the money. She, had a competition with Ryan's wife, and they wanted Ryan money. That's not it, man. Tom Seaver got sick of it. So, in 1977, June, there was the Midnight Massacre, where the New York media coined that frame, where Tom Seaver was dealt to the Reds, and another one of their stars, Dave Kingman, was also traded in a separate trade. They lost two of their biggest stars, if not the two biggest stars on their team. They were gone in one day, and it was all over for the Mets. They were never the same. It took all the way to, 85, 86, when they were once again superstars, but it took a long time. He returned that season to defeat the Mets 5-1, and he also returned to New York for the All-Star game at Yankee Stadium, where he received a thundering ovation from the New York fans. They love this guy. I don't know why they ever got rid of him. Final tidbit story that I have here. Check this out. Interesting fact. In 1964, while he was a sophomore at USC, this guy's a California guy, man. He was drafted by the Dodgers in the 10th round. He asked for $70,000, and the Dodgers said, no. Could you imagine? So they cut ties with Tom Seaver for over $70K. Imagine if Tom Seaver would have been a lifelong Dodgers. Man, he would have been able to play in the World Series against Rodney Cline Carew. If he would have been on the Angels after playing for the Twins, these two guys could have been somehow or another connected in history for all time. Yankees, Dodgers, but it was not meant to be, guys. But, man, I just wanted to show you guys these cards. Check it out. Rodney Cline Carew, rookie. This one's autographed. Man, Gem Mint 10 Auto. I'm going to put this in both of my registries, Hall of Fame signatures and the 300 Great Baseball Cards by Mike Payne, as well as this one. This one is not autographed. The price of this card autographed has gone through the roof. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get it. To get a card of this grade, maybe a 3.5 and 4, and get a Gem Mint autograph, you're in the $1,000 plus range. And I just can't afford to pay that kind of price for a 60s card. It doesn't, to me, I just won't do it. I would rather have, other cards where I can pile them up, spend $1,000 and get a bunch of cards. But I sure would love to have this card autographed the way I got the Carew. Man, this one was just a little bit tougher. Tom Seaver has always been a little bit more popular, and the card is actually very tough to get in any kind of grade, being in the high series. So 2 cards for my collection, guys. Hey, Rod Carew rookie, Tom Seaver rookie. Who you got? Which one's your favorite? Should I keep trying to hunt down that elusive Tom Seaver rookie? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the next economic meltdown, the next Great Recession, when all the card prices are going to come back to earth where they should be. Then I will get my Tom Seaver autographed on a discount, half price. I don't know how long that'll take. But man, I love baseball cards. I love showing them with my friends here on the tube. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys enjoyed the little story about how Rod Carew was almost a Yankee and Tom Seaver was almost a Dodger. Hey man, keep showing your videos. I've been so backed up due to summer. I'm so busy coaching my daughter's soccer team. We're a club team, travel all over California in tournaments and games. Just haven't had a lot of time to respond to contest responses or watching. I'm especially backed up on all of my buddies' national recap videos. I'm going to try to watch them this weekend. I know there's a whole bunch of guys that I want to check out, but next year I'm going to go. So hopefully I'll be able to do one as well. All right, my friends, everybody stay safe. Have a good weekend. Hey, let's keep talking baseball cards, football cards, PSA graded cards, autograph, PSA DNA in the house. Let's keep doing it, guys. Keep the hobby alive. Baseball cards forever, I say. Vintage forever. All right, guys. Be safe. Peace. Joy brings it. Signing off. Kelly. See you guys.